Like the opening song is called "Welcome to Brooklyn," and I was just saying a bunch of lines about Brooklyn. This is Brooklyn is that. And when I did the first draft of it, and she told me, it's like, no, this is not. She's like, all of this is really cool. These lines are really slick and they sound really fun and interesting. And, you being an MC and that's what you do. But the purpose of the opening song is to describe to the audience who just sat in their seats who the players are and get the audience familiar with this journey that they're about to go on by describing the neighborhood, describing the environment and who the key players are. And so I had to go in and rewrite the song, take out all of the little slick lines about this and that, and be very specific.
How did you receive that level of critique? Did you feel defeated or was it upsetting or were you like, how did you take the news?
Nah, I was excited. I was like, okay, that's what I got to do. Right, watch. Like, I took it on as a fun challenge.
I pretty much knew that's how you were going to respond because when you listen to your discography and you got songs like Soda and Soap and stuff like that, like I feel like you're the type of writer that installs these little challenges within your album making process.
Yeah, I do.
I think that this is almost like a natural fit for you and something that it's like a task that, it's a monstrous one. It's something that I don't think anybody could do.
We as MCs, as artists, it might take us at the most maybe a year to write an album.
Yeah.
This is 8 years, almost 9 years to get to the finished product. So not many are up for that type of task. To stay with something that's going to take 8 years to create and write is it's not for the faint of heart.
Within that 8 years, sometimes I'll get bored with a song after a week if I'm like, it's just this fucking song. I'm so tired of working on this.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm wondering if you had those lulls within the process where you were just kind of like,
right.
You had to put it down and work on something else and come back to it fresh. Because, sometimes fresh ears and fresh eyes and fresh experiences informs how you work on things. So like within that 8 years, you're actively touring and recording music. So
right.
How did you balance so many projects at once?
So the way year one went was basically Patrick, he said, okay, start writing. And I'm like, cool. So there was plenty of lulls in that first year. I would only write when I felt like it or when I thought about an idea for the storyline, or I would write maybe on a long flight. I might open the laptop and write a little bit, get sleepy, fall asleep, or I would write on an off day on the road while we on tour. I might open the laptop and write a little bit, but it was slow going. And so after about, the first eight months or so, he comes back to me, how's it going? I'm like, I got like maybe 3 scenes. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to put you with this woman, Kate. She's a dramaturge. And I'd never heard that term before.
Well, you said it before. I was like, a drama what? And dramaturg, like that's a word.
yeah. So I didn't know what that was.
What is a dramaturg?
First of all, she teaches theater at the college level. She's at Baruch College teaching theater. It's her job to help the writer complete the task, to challenge the writer in storyline issues, character issues. So once he assigned her to me, and it was clear that we were going to meet weekly, once a week, every single week. Once I was put to that level of accountability, I had to write every single week.
Yeah.
I might still be on Act 2 right now, like if I didn't have that type of a schedule. Yeah. So I knew every single Wednesday I had to get on the phone with her and I had to read new parts of the story that weren't there the week before.
I'm laughing because I'm imagining that there had to be at least 1 or 2 weeks where you were like, I ain't got nothing for you, Kate, my bad.
No.
Really?
There were definitely 1 or 2 weeks where I was cramming the morning of, like, man, I'm meeting with Kate at 2. I ain't wrote nothing.
Yeah.
Let me get up at 10 a.m. and sit at the table and write something before my 2 o'clock meeting just to make sure that I had something done. But yeah, there were definitely those cramming days and kind of reminded me of the college days of, man, like I know I got this exam and I'm bullshitting.
Yeah.
I need to get to it. But having those weekly meetings is what really got me to complete this thing in that time period.